Hey, spiritual girly here. Decided to do a love reading, um, just to find out where my collective is in relationship to love. So pulled one. Just the first one I pulled was the. I have a bunch, but I'm just going to do them one at a time. King of Wands. So you are dealing with someone who has the King of Wands energy. Does not have to be a male, so it's just going to have you're dealing with someone who's just going to have these types of energy. So you are dealing with someone who's a leader. They're bold. They're visionary. They're very entrepreneur. If they're not an entrepreneur, they are the boss. CEO energy, manager energy. So that's who you're dealing with. They know their vision and they know what needs to be done and they know how to get it done. They're not going to be a mean boss though. They're going to be like, these are the rules. This is my way. But they're also going to have a following. They're going to have people who actually, follow them and like being around them because of this boss energy, because they get stuff done. You, my dear, you have sun energy. So again, if you, the sun energy, it's not male or female energy. It's just, this is who you are. So if this is resonating with you, then this is who you will kind of, you see yourself as. So you're like the sun, you're very optimistic. You too are a boss because the sun is a boss. You light up a room. When you come into a room, you light it up. People like want to know who you are, who you're with, what you're doing. They're going to want to come and be in your energy. So just think of the sun. They're going to want to be in that radiant energy that you have. They're going to be wanting to live it up. They're going to think you're funny, you're charismatic. The same with the boss though. That King of Wands, people are gravitating towards them, but they're gravitating towards them because they are a boss and they some people like need to be led and they just feel like things are getting done. They gravitate you towards you because of that sun energy. So that's actually that's like power couple vibes right there. Very good energy. So it's kind of like the yin and yang, kind of. I like that. I like that for you, collective. Okay, so this is how the King of Wands, how your person sees the relationship. So they see this. It's a Three of Wands upside down. So they see this as a challenge, as a setback. So they're not they're not feeling the best right now about the relationship. There's some differences between you two, kind of like a lack in progress, communication issues, priorities, which with these two people together, yes, this giving very much power couple vibes, but two people like this together would make for some challenges, and it would make for more challenges for the King of Wands, rather than the sun, than you. And that's only because the King of Wands is a boss. Very pragmatic, very, this is the way it is. Very understanding, not like hard, this is my way or the highway, but they have a plan. And people who aren't following that plan, they're like, well, okay, well then go find your own plan. This is my plan. This is the road we're taking. But that sun is everywhere. That sun is radiant. That sun is just, that sun is the sun. So the sun already knows their value. Um, so they aren't going to be playing with this boss. So if this boss is like, well, you can go, the sun is like, okay, I'll go. Um, that's not sitting well with the boss though. So because of that, the boss, the King of Wands, is having some problems there. The sun, however, sees it. The sun sees that the King of Wands is their person. So you see this boss energy, this King of Wands is your person. Them like getting all, I'm seeing their feathers ruffled. Um, yeah, that's the issue. But you see the bigger, you see the bigger task at hand. whoever this King of Wands is, you actually see them as your person. You see them as your divine counterpart. You see them maybe as your soulmate. Um, you see this can work just as long as the King of Wands kind of gets with it, because you are the sun. Like, everybody comes to you. They need to come to you too. That's what I'm feeling. Then I asked the spirits, what is going on with the relationship? So those two were like how the King of Wands sees it and how the sun sees it. What is actually going on? So I have the Seven of Wands. So with this energy, it's just saying that work is involved in this relationship. Boundaries are being set for sure. It's kind of like, this is you, this is my collective, and these are the boundaries and the work. And you're saying, I'm willing to put in work, but there's boundaries, and I'm like your boss, but you're boss out there. You're not a boss like in here. So that's where that's coming from. So boundaries, there may be some competition going on. Definitely some personality issues, challenges that you guys are facing. But this means that you're both working on it. So there's probably going to be some, I already said boundaries, but just some issues and some communication that you guys, I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of the word right now, but why can't I think of this word? I have all the other words in my head, but boundaries are being set. You're working on it. So it's still like you guys are both working on it. No one has given up on it. So the outcome is the Six of Swords. What that is telling us is that the outcome is that you guys are going to move past this and get to calmer waters. It's gonna be this sword energy. It's got to be communication, though. You guys have got to work through your communication issues. I'm thinking that's probably what's going on here, communication. It's going to be recovery. Extra effort does have to be in there. But I'm thinking it's once you get it all ironed out, your communication, and you guys are both presenting your side of the page. Compromise. That was the word I was looking for before, compromise. Once you guys compromise, because you guys are both very boss-like energy, very strong energy. So once a compromise has been met, which needs to be done through communication, we do have a lot of ego in this connection, a lot of ego. So open up your mouth, communicating, compromising, that you can get to calmer waters. Sun, you have to try to understand more where your king is coming from. You are the sun. Your light is everywhere. You can just move into a situation and own it without much work, and still, like, it comes to you naturally and easily. The king had to work for this. So the king doesn't really want to give up the hard work. So I'm thinking that you, my dear, are going to have to do a little bit more compromising and for this king. But I mean, it's a king, so it's worth it. So if this reading resonates with you, then you can go ahead and book a reading with me. I'm spiritualgirly.squarespace.com, and I am, for this week only, doing 50% off to celebrate my son's birthday. So I hope you guys have a nice day and a nice week.